Happy New Year, Jefferson Multimedia. Today I want to show you how to create a script for our little 1-minute masterpiece for this term, one of my favorite scenes from Ratatouille, lovingly called Shut Up and Eat Your Garbage. The first thing I want to do is I want to find the scene on YouTube and get the version called Ratatouille Shut Up and Eat Your Garbage by Evie Makin. I don't speak French, but that sounds really cool and totally fitting for Ratatouille because it takes place where? In Paris. Yeah. So find this version so we'll all have the same script, right? YouTube will close caption a lot of your stuff. Even if you don't type captions in, it'll use voice recognition like a weird robot thing. Look for these 3 dots. If you click on them, I want you to click on Open Transcript and watch what comes up on the right-hand side. If yours doesn't come up immediately, just click around until you find it. All we want to do is copy and paste. I'm just going to click and hold and drag. And then to copy anything, all you have to do is hold down Command C anytime you hit that. And if you go up to the top, remember to make the window come up so you can see where you are, put it at the top, leave it at the top. Don't poke like this. It doesn't work. Move it to the top and leave it to the very top and let go of the mouse. Then hit Command C and it will copy. You know it's working because the edit thing is flashing. So I've just copied all of this stuff. What do we do next? Open another tab. Go to office.com. Log back in. Yeah, that's nice. Then go to Word. New blank document. That sounds good. Once you're there, click inside the new blank document. Command V is for paste. It will put down all the dialogue. All you need to do now is delete all the timestamps. You don't need to know who said what. So I'm going to do that. I'll be right back when I'm done. Thanks for holding. All right, so that is all done. Now, don't you feel better, Remy? You've helped a noble cause. Noble? We're thieves, Dad, and what we're stealing is, let's face it, garbage. The next thing we need to do, first of all, I want you to find out where the sentence is and capitalize the first letter on each one and put a period at the end and then get rid of all the spaces. We want the words from each character to be together. So it looks like these are the lines from the dad, right? Now, don't you feel better, Remy? Question mark. You've helped a noble cause. We're thieves, Dad. And what we're facing it is, let's face it, garbage. Now, here's the fun part. Where does the comma go? We're thieves, Dad, comma, and what we're facing is, let's face it, is an interrupting phrase that comes in the middle. I do it like that. It isn't stealing. If no one wants it, that's the dad. Here's Remy. If no one wants it, comma, why are we stealing it? Think about how your sentences go together. A lot of times you'll have part 1 and part 2. Think about where the comma goes. Check with me on this one. I don't want to do a whole lesson on it. But for my next step, I'm going to break this down by lines, by people. And then I'm going to tell you who says it. And then I'm just going to put a blank line in between each one. I'll be back to show you what it looks like when I'm done. Thanks. Bye-bye. At least for now. All right, I've got it typed up. Dad says, now don't you feel better, Remy? You've helped a noble cause. Remy says, noble? We're thieves, Dad, and what we're stealing is, let's face it, garbage. It isn't stealing if no one wants it. Oh, let's make sure our format is right. After every person's name, you want space dash space instead of a space right after their name. Yeah, it makes it prettier. It isn't stealing if no one wants it. If no one wants it, why are we stealing it? Then Remy talks as a narrator, so we don't see his mouth move. This is him thinking out loud, right? Let's just say we have different points of view. This much I knew. If you are what you eat, I only want to eat the good stuff. But to my dad, and then we go back into people talking, Dad says, food is fuel. You get picky about what you're putting in the tank, and your engine is going to die. Now shut up and eat your garbage. This is scripted out really well. The format's kind of wonky, though. Notice how these two lines are like really close to each other. Same line of dialogue, but just like one, two, three sentences. They're super tight. Here you have three sentences, but they're really far apart. Let me show you how to format this so it always looks the same. Highlight everything. Go to these dots here. Nope, go to these dots. Yeah, the dots on the right. Let's deal with line spacing. Let's make everything 1.5. Yeah, that looks like it's about the same distance between line 1 and line 2 and line 1 and line 2. When your line spacing changes in the middle of a document, it looks weird. If this were a research paper and I saw your line spacing change, that would be a big hint to me that, duh, you copied this from the internet. The point of this assignment is to get it from the internet, but if you do that in English class, trust me, your teacher's radar is going to go off. So let's get this thing scripted up. You do it the way I did. Make sure that your punctuation is right. Make sure that you have the space dash space. Make sure your formatting is the same. You have the same amount of space between each of these guys. Call me over and we'll get you some XP and you move on to storyboarding. Then after you storyboard it, if you want to take a camera home and film this guy instead of doing the library video again, I'm cool with that. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.